Wagwan everybody, it's your boy Mr. H again. Today we're back with some more chemistry, and here we have a redox reaction which we're told to balance out. So I know this might be tricky for some people, all the ions and everything getting mixed and moshed together, but it's just simple steps, and I will show you what the simple steps are. All right. So the first step is you split everything into its half reaction. So what do I mean by half reactions? That means your parent ions will go together. So chromate here will go with chromium, and I'll put this in blue. Your iron will go with your iron. Okay, so these are just your half reactions. So my first half reaction, I simply will write Cr2O7 2 minus gets me, of course, I'm going to balance this as well right now, but Cr3 plus. Let's write down as like that, okay? So first of all, balance everything except your oxygens and your hydrogens. So there's no hydrogen here, thankfully, so just an oxygen here. So balance out the chromium. So 2Cr3 plus. Your next step is that you balance out the oxygens with H2O. Okay, so now to balance out the oxygens with H2O, so now how many do I have? I have 7 oxygens on this side, so that means I have to add 7 waters. So 7 H2O on the right hand side to balance the oxygens. Once that is done, now to balance the hydrogens you just added, you have to add hydrogen ions to the left hand side or the opposite side. So here I will add 14H plus. Okay, H plus ones here on the left hand side. So now the hydrogens are also balanced, and so are the oxygens. The last step is to balance out any of the excessive ions that we have, or the charges in a sense. Okay, so on this right hand side we have 2 times 3 plus chromium. That's a total of 6 plus charge. I'll just write that over here, the charge of 6 plus. On the left hand side currently we have a 2 minus from the chromate, and we have 14 positive ions, so that gives us about 12. Okay, so we have 12, we have a charge of positive 12 on the left hand side, so we have to get it down to 6 plus. Now remember, you can only add or subtract electrons in a sense, because you cannot do that for protons, of course. So what I will be doing here, I will add 6 electrons on the left hand side to balance out my charges. So now 12 positive 12, the charge of positive 12 plus 6 electrons which are negative will yield me a charge of 6 plus. Now both charges are both sides, the charges are same now. Okay, so therefore I have balanced this half reaction only. However, I'm still left with the other half reaction, which is that of iron over here. So here we have Fe2 plus gets me Fe. Oh, I'm gonna use a black pen actually. I just want to use red for a bit of explaining. So okay, doesn't want to change it to red. Shouldn't want it black. Okay, so Fe2 plus gets me Fe3 plus. So first of all, like I said, we're going to start with the same thing all over again. You have to balance everything other than oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, the irons, they're 1 mole of each on the left and right side, so we're all good there. There's no oxygen, there's no hydrogen, so we don't have to balance any of that. The last thing is balance out the charges. On the left hand side is a charge of 2 plus, on the right is a charge of 3 plus. So to balance that out, I will add an electron on the right hand side to make both sides equal. Okay, once all of this is done, okay, once we've finished all of that, what we do is we have to multiply, or we have to make the electrons the same. So here I have added 6 electrons, and over here I've added 1 electron. Okay, so now we have to, because it's one reaction altogether, we will have to multiply the second equation by 6 to make sure we have 6 electrons there as well. I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 6, and this will get me 6 Fe2 plus 6 Fe3 plus 6 electrons. Okay, and that's all that's done. And now your final task is just add the 2 equations together. So I'm going to add equation number 1 over here, and I'm going to add equation number 2 over here together and cancel out anything on the opposite side. So electrons will get canceled out, and I don't think there's anything else which has to be canceled. So all you have to do is you just have to write everything as it is. So 14H plus Cr2O7 2 minus plus 6Fe2 plus yields 2Cr3 plus 6 Fe3 plus 7H2O. Now this is a balanced, complete redox reaction. Okay, I hope this makes sense. I'm just going to quickly do a recap. So the first step is whenever you're given an equation to balance out, and if it's a redox reaction, so the first step is split into its two half reactions. Okay, once you split it into its two half reactions, you have to balance out each individual half reactions before you can add them up. To do that, let me just actually go down here. I'll write that stuff down. So yeah, first step is split into half reactions. So get your half reactions. Okay, once you've done that, balance your half reactions. Balance your half reactions. So you balance everything other than oxygen and hydrogen. Other than oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, your next step would be first you balance your oxygens. Okay, you balance your oxygens with by adding water or H2O on the opposite side. Then you balance your hydrogens. Okay, you balance your hydrogens with hydrogen ions on, of course, the opposite side. And last step is you balance your ions with any electrons. Okay, and you are free to add as many electrons as you'd like, as long as the charges on both the left hand side and right hand side are the same. Once this has been done for both of your half reactions, okay, step number 6 is that you have to make sure that the number of electrons is the same in both reactions. So number of electrons in both half reactions. Okay, both half reactions have to be the same. All right, and lastly, you can just say add and cancel anything on the half reaction. So add and cancel, or let me say add actually. Add the two, whoops, the two half reactions. And then you are done. Okay, I hope this makes sense. If you guys have any other questions, I will be doing some more question examples in some further videos. Might be increasing the difficulty there. And if you do have any questions or concerns, please leave them down below. If you'd like me to answer something else, I'm more than happy to. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.